welcome to the latest edition of the Morning Drive. I am Adam Hernandez here on the Majors TV. This morning I want to go over the risks involved, that go along with Adrian Peterson and the ideas some teams are having about signing a 32-year-old running back with plenty of tread wear on the tires, and it's simply not worth the risk on multiple standpoints when you're talking Adrian Peterson on two different fronts. You just look at some of the trends when it comes to running backs who are 32 years of age and older, like Adrian Peterson is going to be when he gets ready to suit up for the 2017 season. Throughout most of his career, he's averaged at least 20 touches a game, which when it comes to the end of the season, he's looking at 315, 320 total touches a season. Now, when it comes to running backs typically over the age of 32, you're looking at on average 160 carries an entire season, which is dramatically down from what he is able to do on average, what we've typically seen from Adrian Peterson throughout the years. I believe since 1970, only 27 running backs have gone over the 160 threshold when it comes to carries over the age of 32. One of those guys, I believe, was Frank Gore, who did it not too long ago. I want to say actually pretty recently. But the difference, the contrasting difference between somebody like Frank Gore and somebody like Adrian Peterson is Frank Gore hasn't had to deal with the injuries that Adrian Peterson has had to deal with, again, throughout his entire career, which can certainly come into play, more so if you're a 32-year-old running back like AP is. And again, that's just one of the risk assessments that you're looking at with a guy like Adrian Peterson, who clearly isn't going to be getting any better. The more he plays in the NFL, statistically speaking, logically speaking, he's going to get worse. Then I saw this other stat the other day that when it comes to average yards per carry of 5 yards or more, he is down to 14%, which is a huge decline from what he was able to do prior in his career. Before he was up around 30% more recently, but then like I was saying, this past season he was down to 14% of carries of 5 yards or more per carry, that is. Not only that, you're looking at a steep decline in production when it comes to 32-year-old running backs in general. The stat line for that are on average, he's only going to be looking at maybe 300 and some yards per season and 2 touchdowns, and I think 80 carries for the entire year. I'm not saying, I should go back on that. I'm not saying that that's exactly what Adrian Peterson's going to do, but typically if you're a running back 32 years of age and older, that's the production that you're generally going to be looking at. Now what is he going to be going for when it comes to his next contract? I don't know. There's rumors out there that the Patriots are going to be taking a look at him because they may be losing Frank Gore and free agency, and AP is willing to take a pay cut. Now, when it comes to strictly, production and what he's able to give you on the field, you know what? The Patriots may be the team for him. They've always seemed to be one of those teams, obviously, that is able to go and take an older guy like an Adrian Peterson and milk what he has, any production, any positive production he has left in the tank. We've seen him do it before with a guy like Randy Moss. But from a moral standpoint, from a standpoint of, I guess, ethics and what Adrian Peterson has done before off the field when it comes to beating the shit out of his kid, and really not suffering too many consequences because of it. I'm hoping, and I may be completely naive in this thought that NFL teams are going to hold that against him, because I certainly do believe that Adrian Peterson deserves to have that held against him, stats put aside, because what he did was horrific. It wasn't a good thing, and I don't think that he suffered enough in his career for the shit that he's done off the field when it comes to his young son. So I hope he does suffer the consequences when it comes to something like that. And last night on the Majors Live, we kind of talked about a guy like Tim Tebow who suffered the consequences of not being able to produce on the field when it comes to his NFL career, and basically being being thrown out of the market by NFL teams because he couldn't produce on the field. And when people are asking about the differences between Tim Tebow and Adrian Peterson, in their career and in the NFL and in football, and it's, well, Adrian Peterson, the difference is he's still able to produce where Tim Tebow wasn't. Yes, that's true, but in a certain sense, Tim Tebow is able to produce when it comes to a marketing standpoint. So I don't know, maybe there still is a place in the NFL for something like that, and maybe there isn't. I guess we've been led to believe right now that there isn't a place for that in the NFL for a guy like Tim Tebow, but he's still certainly making it work in Major League Baseball with the New York Mets. I think all Adrian Peterson has going for him right now is what he's able to do on the field, because I certainly believe, due to what has happened to him off the field, he isn't a very marketable guy anymore. And I think he's going to start hurting teams on the field with the decrease in production. So anyways, that's going to do it this morning for the morning drive. We're still kind of playing around with when we want to do this. We're possibly going to settle on a Tuesday and Thursday type thing. I know Dorf from the Majors may also start taking part in this, so we're gonna try to finalize a schedule. This week though, I'm probably gonna be looking to do it again on Thursday. So make sure you tune in right here on our Twitter page, at the Majors TV. You can also check this out once again over on our YouTube page at youtube.com/themajorsTV, and it'll be up on our website as well, themajors.net. So until next time, this is Adam Hernandez. Have a great day, everyone.